win. It's a complete contrast for Manchester United as they face the repercussions of defeat to Tottenham in the Europa League final.
We understand that Ruben Amorim will still be manager at the beginning of next season and continues to have the full support of the club. That is despite leading them to their worst ever Premier League finish.
Amorim claimed after Wednesday's defeat he would quit if the board or fans didn't want him to stay. But there's no suggestion United bosses are considering his future. So that means Amorim will be heavily involved in the club's rebuild this summer. It's reported he'll have around £100 million in the transfer market. However, that defeat in Bilbao and missing out on Champions League football means United potentially missed out on up to another £100 million in extra revenue for the club. Now, with that, who could arrive at Old Trafford this summer? Now, earlier this week, we told you Wolves forward Matheus Cunha is expected to make the move, with United expected to pay his £62.5 million release clause. Ipswich's Liam Delap is also a target. Now, we understand he would be happy to make the move, but has been linked to Newcastle and Chelsea. So would the lure of Champions League football affect the decision? Well, if United want to make big changes to the squad, it's likely that the transfer funds will need to be topped up by sales. Saudi Pro League side Al Hilal wants to sign United captain Bruno Fernandes. Ruben Amorim said himself he's not for sale. However, Fernandes admitted if he would leave, it would be if the club wanted to sell him. Now, one player who has an uncertain future is Alejandro Garnacho. Now, he said, we'll see what happens next after being a substitute in the Europa League final. Chelsea and Napoli were linked with the winger in January. Kobbie Mainoo has also been linked with a move. He's got 2 years left on his contract and is in talks over a new deal, but speculation remains. Now, with United making moves to sign attacking players, what does the future hold for these two, Rasmus Højlund and Joshua Zirkzee? Well, they've both struggled for goals, and there are reports claiming clubs in Italy are interested. But the most likely players to be sold, though, are those out on loan right now. Now, Barcelona's sporting director, Deco, says they like Marcus Rashford. Rashford will make a decision on his future at the end of the season, but wants to play Champions League football. And what about these two? Come up here. Now, Chelsea have an obligation to sign Jadon Sancho, but could pay £5 million for him to return to Manchester United instead, while Antony has been in great form since joining Real Betis on loan. Christian Eriksen and Victor Lindelof, meanwhile, are expected to leave when their contracts expire next month. So a lot to consider for Sir Jim Ratcliffe as he oversees football operations at the club. And there was more bad news for United's finances yesterday. Now, the share price on the New York Stock Exchange dropped significantly on Thursday. The price dropped by 8.6% in the space of just 24 hours, making it one of yesterday's biggest fallers.